Hello everyone, and welcome to Picking Up Plays Kaiserreich, the China update, Blood on the Yangtze. It is good to finally say that. It's been years in the making, I think, the China update. Everyone has been waiting for it forever, and you know what? I think it's pretty good. But you know what this video is. You've seen the thumbnail. You know that this is not going to be playing in China. This is going to be playing in the United States of America. The beginning of that event that I've been planning for so long. Civil War II, American Boogaloo. So, let's get into the game. If you are not familiar with the plan, then you can watch the announcement video that is going out. This will be episode 0, meaning that it is the planning episode, the episode where we get everything going in general, just to really start kicking it off. As I shall tell you now, we're going to be playing up until the Civil War in this episode, at which point we will branch off into 3 separate series, one being the Federalist, one being CSA, and one being the Union State. And past that, we are just going to kind of relax at the moment, because this episode is not going to be really anything to do with that. It's just getting set up, getting things ready. Huey Long, can you see that? Oh no, you can't see that on the screen. It would be funny if you did. Someone in my friends list named themselves Huey Long, and every time they play, I can see them. So as for the Navy, they completely redid the Navy. After they've already completely redid the Navy, they did it again. And it's interesting. I don't like change. But, so you got destroyers, cruisers, heavy ships, carriers, submarines, which is very similar to the base game, actually. But then you still have the division of destroyer, escort cruiser, cruiser, battleship, armored cruiser, super heavy battleship, which is actually the dreadnought, and carriers, but the carriers come in different shapes and sizes. So I think just throwing out a whole bunch of, let's see, what do you got on you? You are a Weltkrieg and you are an improved, the Litchfield class. Putting fire control. Although you actually have more than one attack, so fire control is not worthless, just mostly worthless. Just, I don't know, throw out some of those for the war effort. For the war effort, indeed. Maybe 40 of those, and escort cruisers, cruiser. You got the Pittsburgh class, which is actually a capital ship. That's a heavy cruiser right there. And you could probably switch it up by going escort cruiser. I'm getting rid of that, and that would make it a light cruiser, I'm assuming. I'm booming. A heavy cruiser, Lexington class. Lexington, huh? Okay, so they're armored cruisers. That's like the battle cruiser, I'm assuming. Got this stuff. So Lexington was never turned into... I wonder if I could find that in here. So, Lexington. Yeah, Lexington was never turned into an aircraft carrier, which makes sense because the naval treaties didn't come into effect in this world, which is why I got the dreadnoughts. So the Lexington is actually a proper cruiser instead of the aircraft carrier that we all know it as. At least I know it as. I know American ships. I was born here, raised by them. But, continuing on. Just gotta do all the preamble before we can really get going. I'm surprised we don't start with fuel storage. We've got so much fuel. Might as well just really crank out some. Virginia stays loyal, Delaware stays loyal, Kentucky stays loyal, Missouri stays loyal. Let's crank out some of that. But also, I got plans for you, American. Phoenix, Tucson, Denver, Salt Lake City, Cheyenne. I'll probably be... If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm making readouts, is really the best way I can describe it. I'm just making positions on which we can fall back, because I got plans for the Civil War. I got plans for it, at least for the Federalist perspective. Don't particularly care too much about the AUS or CSA. Those can happen when they happen. Free dockyards. Oh, wait, even more? Oh, yeah, I never made this, did I? Or Omaha class, make 10 of those. Then just focus on convoys. Yeah, could use some convoys. Need some rubber. I can get it from Brazil to keep it local, keep it clean. And we continue on so that I can start doing some things. I will say, though, United States, yep, there's a very high chance that the Gardner-Wagner bill will actually pass. And I don't know why. I don't know what's causing it. I have never had this pass before. And I just played 2 games of this because this is actually my second time recording this, where the bill passes. I don't like that, but it's how it is. Assassination Kerensky, voting rights in the Legation cities. We gotta deal with that Great Depression, which has to be done with shipyard funding, or the Gardner-Wagner bill just doesn't pass. Long and redemand change. Over here is China, League of the 8 Provinces. It is an absolute mess over there, and it's kind of beautiful. So in the event that the bill actually passes, what we are going to do is cheat. Because if you can't win normally, cheat. And also probably throw out one of you, just to get some naval exercise. You guys, I'm not too sure if any of you will actually stay with me. Senator breaks ranks. Well, go with the AFP because of the first community vote, which was, when given the opportunity, vote along the sides of the AFP. Although, I hope I remember, compromise the AFP, yeah. They greatly gain political power. They have more political power than you can possibly imagine. Coalition, if you can keep it, that might be it. It might be the coalition that causes it. I don't know. I mean, we'll even see if it even happens. Might have just been that one cursed save file. Granted, I did make a second file and it did the same thing, but, it happens. Like, in the previous patch, I did something like 10 practice runs of this just to get everything ready for this event, and now it's screwing me over. Because I needed to fail in order to do War Plan White, deploy the National Guard, and MacArthur's plan. I need that to happen. Because I don't even know what these things do. Shandong. All the provinces are going to war with each other. How nice. I can send more troops to legation cities. And Hui click has declared war on the Nanjing click. So many clicks. So let's on. Yeah, see, it always passes for me. I don't know why. I have no idea why it passes, and I don't like that it passes. Therefore, what we're gonna do, let's see. Focus dot no checks. Yep. Focus dot auto complete. Enabled. Boop. And the bill passes already goes through. Fine, just back up the top, auto complete, and no checks. Yeah, there you go. Have fun with that. Did a bit of programming. War Plan White. Now let's see, in order to stop, we're just about stopping the Great Depression is 247 days. This is a 42, 42, 42, and 42. I don't think that gives you enough time. Also, I'm going to pretend like the bill didn't pass anyway. So, War Plan White. And just keep going there. Marshal Wu Pufu backs the Angqing. Nationalist revolution in Cuba. You are national populists. Good on ya. Good on you, buddy. You have fun with that. I ain't messing with you. I ain't about that life. You just do what you want. I'm gonna... Oh, dang. And Huing won? Father Charles Cullen. Obviously, we need to let him go. It's important because side with the AFB whenever possible. So what happened about the Hen Huing? And the left Kuomintang? And the Liujiang clique? So god dang much. I have no idea what is happening over here. Death of Pius and you're just, oh man, everything's just breaking away from you all the time. The Shandong clique. Ching, what are you doing to yourself? More AFP members. St. Patrick's Day flood. Well, because it's in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh is socialist territory, we'll say they have to help themselves. More AFP goes for that bid. Got that. Some fuel finding. Some synthetic oil. That's good. You should be working your way up. Cuban American Agricultural Summit. I've never seen this before. Surprisingly, Cuban nationalist government has approached us in search for diplomatic solutions to the contested status of American-owned ventures in Cuba. Specifically, they wish to organize a diplomatic summit in Havana to deal with the issue. The initial offer of the Cuban government is not initially unreasonable. In fact, the Cubans seem to be open to genuine discussion in the pursuit of mutually beneficial agreement, but still does limit our influence over their economy and annuls the treaty of the Cuban-American relations. Yes, I will agree to it. Because of the vote on isolationism versus interventionism, but alongside interventionism comes a tad bit of globalism. So sure, we'll have peaceful talks, unless you desire Guantanamo Bay. Okay, be diplomatic or be hardball. Well, clearly we should be hardball. Or should we? I don't know. We're trying to, intervene in people's politics, play hardball. You come in here, you tell me to not force you to have crippling... Oh, it worked anyway. You come in here, you tell me to not cripple your economy with terrible sanctions. You spit in my house. North Carolina, as per the vote, focus on the AFP in North Carolina. Try to keep them loyal. Very important for keeping the corridor open. Down to deploy the National Guard. Stanley Cup. Who shall win? The left Kuomintang. Yeah, I'm just going to let the Great Depression be terrible. I'm going to let that happen. I don't care about that. I ain't about that life. I'm going to just let that happen. And more SPA members. Special election Washington. Democratic Party, obviously. American Union Party, as per community vote. National Union Party. So we must have already... Joyce Garner. Shui Long. John Nance Garner. Why do they look so different? And yet they're not. Sparked economy. We're just gonna pretend like the Great Depression isn't happening. Nominating Quentin Roosevelt. Clearly SPA were at fault. Those dirty commies. Those Cindy's. Panama, Precious Costa Rica. Let us intervene. Naturally. We got our troops in the region. Ready to strike. They want Coto Brewers. And Panama backs down. Nice. So far, everything is going according to plan. And China is in absolute chaos. Can I do anything about that? No. I can't ignore the Great Depression, though. And that's great for everyone. Yeah, deploy the National Guard. Focus on Tennessee. You're the only 10 I see. Let's see. 163 days. It's already past the point where we can get it, so it's not that bad. I mean, I guess you could go for the Shipbuilding Act, ship funding scheme, and then get that. But no, it gets rid of the war plans, and I want the war plans. War plans are nice. They're nice, okay? I just want some gosh dang war plans. Is that so bad? Does that make me a bad person? Does that make me a bad guy for wanting the deaths of my fellow countrymen? Really? Like you don't? Speaking of which, death of Big Bill Hayward. Take a glug. Oh. Yeah, I'll do Navy stuff later when I figure out which ships are actually on my side. So Poland, you have fallen to the nationalists. Disgusting. Coup d'etat in Siam, as per the usual. Chinese factions. Let me try to read this. So Shang-Chi click is unlocked. Oh, hey! Southern Democrats complain. Where else you gonna go, buddy? Where else you gonna go? The coalition's all you got. Soviet Russia exists. That's nice. That's nice. Who caused it? Who are you? Oh, they want Romanovs. Great heat wave. Una Nacionalista. Over in Italy, you got hatless Mussolini. Still angry about the lack of hats. I find your lack of hats disturbing. And oh, Greater Finland. I also don't understand why Murmansk, which is, I think it's called Kola usually. And really, not even Pechenga? Pechenga? Legation Council votes on providing aid to the Sichuan province. We shall vote fairly. Vote C. I shall vote yes. Votes yes, abstain, abstains, and noes. I wonder who was the no. MacArthur's plan is that Texan oil. Personally, I would have preferred actually going for New York in that plan, but you know, democracy is democracy, you know? It happened. You see what happened was. Also, Gone with the Wind. What happens if I start going down Hawking's plan? The new Industrial Act and then ship funding scheme. Disunity within the coalition. Well, you see. Compromise is the name of the game. Also, what endonyms? Okay. Ooh. What is your... That is a big forehead. But what are you? You're a Nat Pop Mexico. God dang. Oh no. Canada, what are you doing? Look at that mask of my boy. Demand war rep. Repayments, they're not going to, but that's fine. Look around the world. I'm just waiting for Transamore to ascend. Because, you know, something's gotta happen down here. China is an absolute wreck. They have fallen apart. They have volunteers to Anqing. Where must be you? How are you situated? How are you situated? Liberia asks for aid. Wallonia joined the... Well, sure. We got plenty of political power. Hami, Tibet, Ma Click, Yunnan Click, Sichuan, Shandong, Shaanxi, and Xingzhili aligned. Well, the Zhili Click is not a real thing, but it is inside of the Qing, I think. Also, Hami exists. Ham. F's in chat for Ungur Sternberg. Netherlands joined Olsen's nomination. Nice. What's going on over here? Wallonia? Wallonia has Flanders and... Wait, what happened to you? They had the Flanders-Wallonia split and then you just joined the Reichspakt anyway? I mean, it's up to you, man. I guess. King of Finland has joined the Reichspakt. Well, they have avoided war. Though, frankly, they should have gotten Kola Peninsula. It looks better. This looks silly. This is silly. More civilian factories. You know, pre-patch, when you had the Great Depression hit you, reconciliation with Canada as per the vote, when it used to be, you absolutely felt it, but now it's not actually so bad. It's like, dang. It ain't terrible. Helena, Cheyenne, maybe Bismarck, maybe Ahoma. Oh, Omaha. That's one of the Normandy beaches. Why am I saying that so weirdly? Omaha. Canada refuses, but we're seeking reconciliation anyway. Violence reaches the political theater. What's the point of losing 20 manpower? As if that's going to make a difference when you have 1.8 million. German Ostasian has got their war. In Indochina. The Kumal Khanate declared war. My god. Huey Long Dong speaks for the people. I need something to do with all these troops. Maybe Delaware, Maryland, West Virginia. Probably not a good idea to give, but I think Kentucky stays with me regardless. So I can back them up. Okay, I think just saving my points until the war breaks out is what's best for me. You guys over in the Norfolk shipyards are fine. Keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. Heat wave's over. Are they about to vacuum in my house? Not a problem. Disunity. Compromise, obviously. Ooh, there's the double-sided war. Co-prosperity sphere versus Russia. And Nejd. Really? Nejd is usually the one that wins. Then there's Jabal Shamar. Oh, hey, they made this a desert. Aw, that was my favorite tactic, though. As Ottomans, just charged through that like a madman. Yeah, this is so sad. Canada agrees to a compromise. Lovely. Avoid the hawking plan that didn't exist, it did not pass. La 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 la. Did not happen. Not real, didn't happen. That is fake news. Also, we are going to hit the Great Depression. So what? What are you going to do about it? Indian Citizenship Act, I'm going to say no, just because I think that's what they... Ooh, just because that's what I think what the AFP would do. Yucatan, who is Partido de la Revolución. Yucatan versus Partido Fuerza Popular. Popular Fuerza. I don't know what that word means. I don't know what that word means. I don't care what that word means. You know, I think oh no, they got their one unit cut off, didn't they? No wait, you got a couple units, right? That wasn't your whole army, was it? Might as well be. Might as well be. Yucatan. Does Mexico ever intervene in the American Civil War anymore? They used to always do it. Not necessarily always, but it used to be pretty common. So that's that. Still haven't done victory in the Civil War. Gonna avoid the hawking plan. Go for the US Navy. Y'all hear about the Space Force? It's where all the cool kids are now. It's not 36 yet. I can get some better artillery. I can get some better machine guns. I can get a better tank if I want to. I can get some better planes. Yucatan, I mean, they're fighting on. I wonder if they actually managed to reconnect up with their former troops, or if those died, and then they pushed through again. Aha, here's the presidential election. Floyd Olson, as per the vote. Just ignore all those. Now then, you get bypassed, so I have to wait for... I'm gonna go Velvet Glove. I know originally, AFP contest results, I know you do. I know you do. Originally, I was going to leave up the presidential decision up to a vote. But I don't think that's a good idea, because there's only one that allows you to get... Yeah, you look like a pedophile. There's only one that allows you to actually get MacArthur to fire. Only one situation, because we're going to have the option of doing either the Iron Fist, which lets you assassinate one of the two political opponents, which I don't want because then their faction doesn't rise up at all, and I need them for the series I'm going to play as them. Velvet Glove, if the negotiations don't completely break down, then the war still happens, but you don't get Caesar. So that makes it a little bit too easy, because then I have California and the Pacific states that are not going to be fighting against me. So I think it's preferable if I do this. US Navy, Semper Fortis. Let's see, December. So I got some time. Great White Fleet for Fleet and Being. I think that's fine. We seem to be working on Fleet and Being in general. Just really stack up in Maryland. I think that'll be a good idea. Just because whoever controls Maryland controls the war, basically. And again, just really stack these guys on. Maybe give Omaha, Pierre, Bismarck, Jefferson City, Charlotte, Riley, Norfolk. Yeah, Norfolk. Norfolk. The folk of the north. I don't know how to say it. Norfolk. How do you say Norfolk without getting flagged by YouTube censors? Perhaps I should start building some light tanks, some M2s. Maybe some motorized. Go along with them. Maybe some artillery. Am I building artillery? I have been building artillery. Good. Just ignore everything else in the world. And wait for... Well, New Year's Day strike. Oh yeah, it's almost New Year's by the time this will come out, isn't it? Almost New Year's. And the rest of the world... The Xinjiang click. Oh, but what is that flag? Kumal Khanate. No national focus. Focus on... Ah, you're so squinty. Onion click. Ma click. Hey, it's an actual human being instead of a statue of the Buddha. Great Fleet. Should be inauguration anytime now. Yeah, there it is. Velvet glove. Like a velvet glove. Back to America. This is America. Do not catch yourself tripping now. So we're going to have to invite both people in. I survived cancer, I can handle this. Will you though? Will you? Will you really? Doubt besets me on all sides. Wait, Springfield rifles? I thought I was doing it gangsta. What are you talking about, Springfield rifles? Oh yeah. Okay, so M1903A1 Springfield and then the M1 Johnson. Negotiations begin. Allow Long to participate. It's gotta happen. So wait, if this is the Johnson instead of a where is it then? Where is it? Standardize the M1? I mean, I guess that would be the M1 Springfield now. It's not quite as funny. Why don't I remember the name of the thing it actually is? Like cruiser development sounds neato. What about this expand dockyards? Battle cruiser? Sure. Long and read argue. Try to work it out. Try to be peaceful. But peace was never an option. Give him more of that. Negotiations reach impasse. And soon, there it is, boys, MacArthur. It appears Olson's time has run out, with the perception outside a Chicago meeting being this is dragging on for too long. While the AFB and SPI continue to garner power, Olson's own cabinet has lost its confidence in any resolution would be reached with the cabinet apparent cooperation. Douglas MacArthur took charge of the emergency administration intended to preserve the country from extremist forces before it's too late. Jack Reed and Huey Long have led the Chicago meeting, both believing they have been utterly betrayed by the federal government, whose act while their guard was down, while the government is attempting to reassure the American public that it is all under control. Most are looking in shock. Civil war appears imminent. So it has come to this. Now it's the military junta. And so it is. Let's get her off of that battleship development. I can't do it yet. Fleet calls for action. Let's just go ahead and get into here and say CSA. Boop. Yep. True. Just begun stand with the Republic. Also, I can go up to at least limited conscription, or not yet. Not yet. Soon. I'm reform debate though. Also, I can start raising militia. Like, do I go for the Hail Mary pass and try to raise them inside of California? Because I can get 8 in Northern California. It's not gonna work. I'm wondering what would happen if I do it fast enough. Can't do anything up here, which means these are probably gonna get taken out. I could try to go for the Hail Mary pass of trying one of these provinces and try to swipe it away from them before they get taken, but I think going for 8 Missouri militia would be good. You get ready on your line. What we're going to do here is around West Virginia. The battle plan will be to take Cleveland. That'll be the battle plan here. Get Douglas, Douglas MacArthur, and then throw in Harding. Yeah, throw out Harding on that bad boy. Keep going. Huey Longest Dongus. Save another game. AUS game. Save. Yes. Yes. close. Stand with the Republic. Again. Now I got some problems. Now I got some troops out here. United States Border Patrol. You go up and join there. Troops in the west. You form a new command underneath Crag. Melenin Crag. And it's time to use the route out system. So Western Command can stay in... Now the Colorado can stay there. You, Western Command. You can go and stay in Denver. You can stay in Cheyenne. Western Command can stay there. And then you and the Texan... Well, you come here for now. You'll join this unit, but come here for now. Wait. Is that right? No. What unit is that missing? Huh. Let's get rid of those, please. Sorry. Sorry. From this unit's level, using Lucian Truscott. Cheyenne. No, Denver. Western Command. Go down to Santa Fe. Just to try and hold these positions, basically. In a basic sense. So, hypothetical. Yeah, in a basic sense, just hold there. You, some more divisions have popped up. Boom. Except for these capital reserves. You get on a line right there. Then there. Yes, yes, yes. And with that, I am going to cut the video here. This will be where we pick up in the next episode in all 3 series. So with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.